Imagine being so broke that you had to sell your dog just to survive. A few years later, you become one of the highest paid actors in Hollywood and create one of the most famous movie characters in history. This is the incredible story of Sylvester Stallone. Sylvester Stallone was born on July 6, 1946, in New York City. During his birth, a medical complication damaged nerves in his face, leaving part of his face paralyzed and giving him the distinctive speech and appearance that would later become famous. As a child, Stallone struggled in school and often felt like an outsider. Few people believed he would ever become successful. But Sylvester had a dream. He wanted to become an actor. The problem was that Hollywood constantly rejected him. Casting directors said he didn't have the right look, the right voice, or the right style to become a star. Still, Stallone refused to quit. By the mid-1970s, Stallone's situation became desperate. He was struggling to pay rent and barely had enough money to eat. According to his own stories, he was so broke at one point that he sold his beloved dog because he couldn't afford to feed him. Then something happened that changed his life forever. After watching a boxing match between Muhammad Ali and Chuck Wepner, Stallone became inspired. In just a few days, he wrote the script for a movie called Rocky. Movie studios loved the script and offered to buy it. There was only one problem. They wanted another actor to play the lead role. Stallone refused. He insisted that if the movie was made, he would play Rocky himself. Most people thought he was crazy. He was turning down money while living in poverty. But he believed in himself more than anyone else did. Eventually, a studio agreed to make Rocky with Stallone in the lead role. The budget was relatively small, and expectations were low. Nobody imagined what would happen next. When Rocky was released in 1976, it became a worldwide sensation. Audiences loved the story of an underdog fighter who refused to quit. The film earned massive profits and shocked Hollywood. Even more incredible, Rocky was nominated for multiple Academy Awards and won the Oscar for Best Picture. Overnight, Sylvester Stallone transformed from a struggling actor into one of the biggest stars in America. His life changed completely. The man who could barely pay rent was suddenly famous, wealthy, and recognized around the world. But Stallone wasn't finished. The success of Rocky was only the beginning of an even bigger career. In the 1980s, Stallone created another legendary character, John Rambo. The Rambo films became global hits and established him as one of the biggest action stars on the planet. At the same time, the Rocky franchise continued growing, turning into one of the most successful movie series in history. Throughout the 1980s and 1990s, Stallone starred in blockbuster films such as Cobra, Cliffhanger, Demolition Man, Tango and Cash, and many others. His movies generated billions of dollars worldwide. As his popularity exploded, so did his earnings. For some films, Stallone earned more than $15 to $20 million in salary alone. At the peak of his career, he was among the highest-paid actors in Hollywood, standing alongside the biggest names in the industry. The actor who had once been rejected by nearly everyone had become a global superstar. But Stallone's success was not only about acting. He also became a talented writer, producer, and director. Unlike many actors, Stallone was deeply involved in creating his films behind the scenes. This gave him more creative control and allowed him to earn additional income from projects he helped develop. Over the years, he built an impressive fortune through movie salaries, royalties, production deals, and investments. His net worth eventually grew to hundreds of millions of dollars. One interesting fact is that Stallone often performed many of his own stunts, even when they were extremely dangerous. This dedication sometimes resulted in serious injuries during filming. Yet he continued pushing himself because he believed audiences deserved authenticity. That relentless work ethic became one of the reasons he remained successful for decades. Despite his enormous success, Stallone's career was not always easy. Like many stars, he experienced setbacks and box office disappointments. Some films failed, critics doubted him, and younger actors began taking the spotlight. Many people believe his best years were behind him. But Stallone had faced rejection his entire life. He knew how to fight back. In the 2000s, he surprised audiences by returning to two of his most famous franchises. New Rocky and Rambo films introduced his legendary characters to a new generation of fans. Then came another major success, The Expendables. The franchise brought together some of the biggest action stars in movie history and became a global hit. Once again, Stallone proved that persistence can keep a career alive long after others expect it to end. Here are some fascinating facts that many people don't know about Sylvester Stallone. Before becoming famous, he worked a variety of odd jobs just to survive. Another surprising fact is that he was rejected by countless casting directors because of his speech and facial appearance caused by a birth injury. The famous Rocky script that changed his life was written in only a few days. After Rocky became successful, Stallone bought back the dog he had previously sold during his hardest financial period. He is also one of the few Hollywood stars who achieved major success as an actor, screenwriter, producer, and director. These accomplishments helped him build a legacy that extends far beyond acting alone. For millions of fans around the world, Stallone became the ultimate symbol of perseverance and determination. Think about this. A young man with a facial injury, a unique voice, and almost no money dreamed of becoming a movie star. Nearly everyone told him it would never happen. Hollywood rejected him. Casting directors rejected him. Life rejected him. But Sylvester Stallone refused to give up. Instead of waiting for someone to create an opportunity, he wrote his own. That decision changed everything. From sleeping with almost no money to becoming one of the most successful actors in movie history, Stallone's journey proves that persistence can overcome obstacles that seem impossible. His films have inspired millions of people to keep fighting for their goals, no matter how difficult life becomes. From a struggling actor to a global icon, Sylvester Stallone's story remains one of the greatest underdog success stories ever told. Before we finish, there's one lesson that stands out from Stallone's life. Success didn't come because everything went right. Success came because he kept moving forward when everything went wrong. When Hollywood rejected him, he kept going. When he had no money, he kept going. When critics doubted him, he kept going. And when many people thought his career was over, he came back stronger than ever. Today, Sylvester Stallone is recognized around the world as one of the greatest action stars of all time. His movies have earned billions of dollars, his characters have become cultural icons, and his story continues to inspire generations. From a struggling young actor with almost nothing to a Hollywood legend worth hundreds of millions of dollars. That is the incredible story of Sylvester Stallone. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more inspiring stories. Imagine if Stallone had accepted defeat. No Rocky, no Rambo, no legendary movie career, no inspiration for millions of people around the world. The difference between failure and success was not talent alone. It was persistence. Sylvester Stallone's life proves that sometimes the person who wins is simply the person who refuses to quit. From a man who sold his dog because he was broke, to a Hollywood legend worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Few stories better demonstrate the power of determination. And that is why the story of Sylvester Stallone continues to inspire people across generations. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It helps the channel grow and allows us to create more inspiring stories about the world's most successful people. Let me know in the comments which celebrity or famous person you would like to see next. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss a new video. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.